morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Rahzier, and this is the path of a wise one. It's about 7:30 a.m. right now. I got a training session in about 30 minutes. We're going early today because it's about to be 90 degrees in the city that I'm training in. Right now, it's only about 70-something degrees, so we're going to take advantage of the cooler weather while it's here. So, going early, and then for the rest of the day, I don't really have anything planned, so we're kind of just gonna see what we can get into. So it's gonna be a spontaneous kind of vlog today. So we'll see what happens, but stay tuned. Let's get to the session. Just getting in my car right now. It says it's about 68 degrees. Man, it's the first time I got in my car in the past few days where I'm not just immediately sweating. Feels good out here right now, feels good. So we'll try to take advantage of this nice weather while we have it for the next hour or so. And then we're gonna see what we got in store today, because it's gonna be another hot day. So I'm thinking maybe the beach or just doing something by water. So we'll see. All right, just finished the workout. You might think how sweaty I am that I worked out, but I just get, I get involved with the drills with the players to really give them a live scenario of how it's gonna be in games. So about to head home right now. We'll figure out what we're gonna do after that, but I'm gonna get home, shower, and then I gotta edit a little bit, and then we'll see what happens from there. Okay, I'm home and I got settled in and everything. Put some chickpeas on to boil so I can eat some lunch pretty soon. But I'm noticing that I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. So I need to pinpoint exactly what it is. So I'm gonna go into meditation right now. Again, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be doing in today's vlog, but for right now, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So I'm gonna meditate, get to the root of it, and then see what's really going on within myself. So I'll report back to you after meditation. Okay, so I'm in the other room, and as you can tell, it's a lot darker in here. It's a lot more quiet in here. And this is a room that somebody else is renting. That's why they left this bed behind. So nobody's rented it in the past few months. So anytime I feel the need to just go into, just retreat into a darker place and a more quiet space, I come in here. And I don't know how long it's gonna stay open, but ideally, I would like to be in Thailand before anybody, comes in here and rents it out. So I come in here to meditate sometimes because, as you can tell, my other room, watch that. Actually, let me show y'all real quick. The other room, how loud it is compared to here. So this is it, quiet in here. As you can tell. And then here it is in my room. So it's a lot brighter. Have to have the fan going because it's hot. And there's always some type of noise coming in. It's a beautiful view, of course, but it's hot, and just energetically, there's a whole lot going on because I always feel constantly exposed to everything right in this room. But the other room, I feel like I'm more cocooned in darkness and quietness, which is what my soul, my body, everything is craving. So I'm gonna go back into the other room right now and meditate for a while. Oh yeah, also it's a lot cooler in here too. I don't even need the fan in here because this room isn't in direct sunlight 24/7 like my room is. So yeah, I come in here as like a little retreat from the consistent bombardment of energy and noise and light that I get in my other room. So yeah, I'm glad to be in here. So I'm gonna take advantage of this and then allow myself to calm my nervous system, calm down internally, and go into meditation and get some more clarity with my next few steps. So we'll see what comes from this. Like I said, I'll update you guys. So yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Just doing some journaling right now. Using my phone because I ran out of like notebook paper, but doing some journaling right now. And what I've come to so far with this meditation is that I'm letting go of a lot of old aspects of myself, but like that are very deeply rooted. So it's not even letting go of old aspects of myself, but it's letting go of things that I want to cling on to, like things that feel safe, things that feel familiar. So things like, even though it's not, like the best for me, things like the financial, I'll say the financial cycle that I've been in, of having enough money, to pay for rent, but not really enough to actually save up and really build my income. I've been in that cycle for the past about 4 years, if not a little bit longer, but I've been in that cycle roughly for the past 4 years. And it's the fact that on a subconscious level, on a very deep-rooted level, I know that this is something that I can do. And comparing that with the potential of me living abroad, not even the potential, but just the fact that I will be living abroad, it's pretty scary, honestly. And it's the first time that I'm really sitting with the fear of it. And I think this is straight, but it's the first time that I'm really sitting with the fear of it. And I could feel parts of myself trying to cling on to, what is familiar, what feels safe. I think that might be a better angle, but I feel myself clinging on to those things. And it's something that I know that I need to let go of. Like, I was just talking with my brother Nick yesterday. Like, I was expressing to him everything that I plan to be doing, and he's fully supportive of me, like living abroad and everything, traveling and fulfilling my purpose. And one thing he conveyed is that, like, yeah, like it can be scary. It can be very scary, but moving forward in faith is something that we were talking about yesterday. And I feel like visiting with him yesterday, it allowed those parts of myself, just make sure this is good, it allowed those parts of myself that wanted to cling on to the old and familiar and the safe to really come to the surface. And that's why today I started feeling overwhelmed, because it was a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions that I didn't know were really there yet until today. So because before I was, I'm excited about everything, and I'm looking forward to living abroad. I'm excited to be living abroad. But then when I sit with the reality of actually, going through with the process of moving abroad, then it's like, oh wait, hold on, yeah, there's a whole, like, I'm uprooting my life here and moving somewhere else. I will still be able to come back here, but even though I knew that it's a big move, it's a big change, I I didn't fully sit with the actual reality of it, the actuality of it. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm taking my time with it. I'm not trying to rush through the process or anything, because I know that the more that I rush through it, the more things tend to break. It's kind of like when you're handling something delicate. Like what I feel is like I'm uprooting myself from soil that I've been so accustomed to all my life. So if I uproot myself too fast, I'm just gonna tear out all the roots, and either, like, no matter where I go, if you uproot something too fast and you sever the majority of the roots, if not all the roots, then that plant is gonna die. And so that's what I feel is going on within myself, of I can't uproot myself too fast, or else it'll be, let's just say it'll be less than ideal. But if I take my time with the process and really honor myself with this process and through the process, then I'll be able to uproot myself in the best way, so that where I do plant myself, which in this physical reality it'll be Thailand, and when I plant myself there, I'll be more ready to acclimate to the new life. I won't be, like yearning and missing the old life that I've had here. I'll be more ready for it on a emotional level and on a mental level as well. So I know that everything in my life is pointing me and is guiding me to be there in Thailand and to start my journey of slow traveling. So right now, it's about just allowing myself to grow into that. And like I said, part of growing into that is me uprooting myself, transplanting myself, so that I can be ready to acclimate to where I will be in Thailand. So that's the process that I'm going through right now. That's what I'm working through right now. And I'm allowing myself to go through it, like I said, at my own pace, at a pace that feels right for me. So I'm just reminding myself to honor myself, honor the process, and no judgment, no judgment. That's a big thing, no judgment. So that's where I'm at right now. And I'm gonna get ready to go to Point Magoo right now, so that I can further ground in and just leave this environment. It's pretty hot here. And also too, I'm tired of being here. I feel like, apart from the heat, like on a mental level, on an energetic level, I feel like I'm suffocating here. And that's partially just the house, but also, not like literally the house, but partially just me, being here in the house, but also partially just being here in California and here in the United States. So my soul, my spirit, every part of my being is yearning for something new, something fresh, something that I haven't experienced yet in this life. A new location, a brand new location in a brand new country. That's what every part of my being is yearning for. And now I'm doing the work, the inner work, to actually be ready for that. So I'm gonna go. It'll be, being at Point Magoo, it'll be pretty nice. I know it's not what I need. It's not like the end goal that I need, but it's something that'll just help me along the way. So I'll be going there, and I'm gonna get ready right now. Got some more push-ups to knock out, but other than that, yeah, we're gonna get on with it. So I got 50 more push-ups left for today. I did 50 earlier today, so I'm gonna knock those out, and then start getting ready, and then we'll go be up on Magoo. All right, I'm about to do these push-ups outside because it is way too hot in here. It's 100 push-ups complete. Like I said, I did 50 earlier. I just did 50 right now. So about to get dressed and head out to Point Magoo. I know the wind is gonna destroy the audio. But man, I love coming to this area. Just being by all this water, this massive body of water, Pacific Ocean. Self energy, get moving so much better. So I'll probably finish all my thoughts in the car when I get back to it. But I'm gonna enjoy the sunset out here. Enjoy these big waves coming in. So just keep enjoying it. Not gonna be any interesting things that I see out here, but yeah, just glad that I came out here. There's just a massive wave that just crashed over these rocks right here. Dang, that might have been the biggest one I've seen, like as far as like volume of water. It's not the highest one, but man, that was so much water that just came up right now. I'm gonna see if there's a dolphin right there. Let's see if I can capture some more, but yeah, there's a dolphin just right there, yeah. See if I come up here, yeah, there it is. There's two of them. There you are. Yeah, that's so beautiful. There's three of them actually. That's so cool. I love seeing dolphins, man. I love seeing dolphins. Actually, there's some more right there. There you are. We got a massive flock of birds coming in. That's so cool, man. Love seeing nature do this thing like this. They're over there. Ooh, there they are. They jumped out. Do it again, do it again. I think I barely just caught that on camera, but man, that was so cool. I got this little bird down here. It's almost getting swept away by the current. Little thing is playing on the edge. Down there. That's gonna be me playing on the beaches in Bali. It's so cool how they can just soar in the air like that. Using the breeze. Okay. So fast. Sun gazing in. The sun is about to set. If you don't know, sun gazing is safe. The last 30 minutes of sun, or the first 30 minutes of sunrise and the last 30 minutes of sunset. The person likes to do right as the sun is rising, right as the sun is setting. So that's what I'm going to be doing while it sets. The sun is just setting now. About to head back to the car in a little bit. life goes on no matter what. No matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, life goes on no matter what. And as I'm sitting here, and as I was sitting outside, just listening to the waves, watching the water move, watching the animals and everything, watching the sunset, it just reminds me that, like, no matter what it is that I'm doing, no matter where I'm at, as long as I stay true to myself, I'm going to be doing what is best for me. I'm going to be doing what is right and what is necessary for my purpose. Because the main thing that I feel like is holding me back is, like, just fear of letting go of what feels familiar, like I mentioned earlier. But knowing that I don't have to, like, I'm focusing too much on just, like, leaving and letting go of what I need to let go of, instead of focusing on what I'm moving into, what I'm embracing for myself. So I just feel like there's so much more for me to gain, so much more for me to experience and learn and discover. And I know that I can't do it all here, but yeah, I know that I can't do it all here. And it's tough, partially because I know that, like, I'm gonna be working with my family and everything, and I've been wanting to, like, one of the deepest, like, things that's, like, core to me is, like, I value my family. I highly value my family, and it's like that love it's an indescribable love. And knowing how much and seeing how much and experiencing how much we've struggled as a family, going from being well off to, times where, like, we nearly lost our house, and, like, mom going through cancer and everything, and just everything that we've been through together as a family. Like, one of the things that I want most in my life is to not only see them at their healthiest, but to be someone that helps them achieve that for themselves. Because it might be, like, part of, like, an old, like, savior complex that I've worked through before, but it feels like some of that is coming up, and I'm going to be working through that. But even besides that, I know that I want myself, but also my family, to be their best selves and to live in the highest alignment and live in alignment with their highest good. And so it feels like, part of me feels like, by me leaving and going away to live abroad for a while, it feels like that's me kind of like abandoning them. I know that I'm not doing that, but it feels like that. So I feel like that's something that I need to let go of in order to fully take the next steps forward. And I know there's more. So I'm going to keep meditating on it. But that's, like, one of the most prevalent things that's coming up right now, is feeling like I'm abandoning my family, when I've actually had a little bit of a conversation about this with some of my siblings. My older sister, she left. She was the first to leave home. She left in 2018, I believe it was, to go play basketball in Germany professionally. And she's basically been gone ever since. Of course, she's came back here and there, but she was the first one to leave. And that, like, she was the first one to really open my eyes to the possibilities of living abroad. And she said that she felt the same way, if not the same, very similar, of, like, she felt like she was abandoning us, because, like, like, where we're at as a family right now, we're secure, but the living conditions and everything is pretty bad. Like, I'll show what's been going on. Now, it's not like anybody's, like, trying to harm anyone or anything like that. It's just the physical living environment is pretty bad, and that's putting it lightly, very lightly. So, being that my family has been living like that for the past, almost all of our lives, it's gotten worse as years progressed, as years went on. But knowing everything that's going on and knowing all the problems that has been caused by the physical living environment, there's a part of me that feels like if I leave, I'm abandoning them, and I'm not doing what I can to help them. But in reality, I know that I actually am, because by me doing what is best for myself, which is moving abroad, by me doing what's best for myself, I am inherently doing what is also best for my family, because I'm not a selfish person in the sense that I want to just do what's best for me and only me, and that's it. No, I'm a selfish person in the sense that I want to do what's best for me so that I can do what's best for others. I don't even want to serve, because that's part of it. I want to serve, but it feels like it's a huge part of my soul calling, and it's just like an innate thing within me that I can't really describe yet, but it's like if you have a pure heart, you know what I mean. If you have a pure and genuine heart and soul, you know what I mean. Because this life isn't just about just us as individuals. It's about us as a collective. And by doing what's best for ourselves individually, we're also doing what's best for the collective, if that's what we're in alignment with. And that's what I'm in alignment with. So I just have to trust that. And like the small things, well, small to me, relatively speaking, small things like selling my car and, like actually moving abroad. I thought that was what was really holding me back, but really it's these deeper things that I need to work through, that I'm becoming more aware of within myself right now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working through this. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for now, because there's more meditation that I need to do. And it's also getting a little bit dark now, so I'm gonna head home, get some dinner going. Well, actually, I made pizza last night, so I'm gonna just heat up those leftovers and eat those. So I will have more time to meditate, maybe make some music or something. But yeah, I'm about to get home right now and just continue on with doing this inner work. I'm gonna leave it at that. Appreciate y'all for listening. So I'm gonna get home now. All right, so I'm just getting back home, and there's another feeling that was immediately coming up as soon as I got back home, which I identified earlier. It's a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of that overwhelming feeling. And it feels like I'm simultaneously doing too much while at the same time not doing enough. Because the root of what I'm getting right now is being here, I'm uncomfortable here. I'm physically uncomfortable here. Like I was saying earlier, like the habits, the patterns, I've become on some level comfortable with those habits and patterns, but physically I'm uncomfortable here. So it's this conflicting, simultaneous feeling of I feel like I'm not doing enough in order to like get out of here, in order to really do everything that I know I need to do. But also, since I'm so physically tired, like I wake up every day pretty much drained, just putting it real, just being real. It's like, if you're to like look at it from like the perspective of like phone batteries or just battery percentage in general, like you charge your phone, charge it up to 80, 90, 100. Either way is good to go for most of the day, if not the whole day. I go to sleep, and instead of charging up to 80, 90, or 100, I'm barely charging up to like 35, 40% every day. And I've been doing my best working with that little 35, 40% every day, but I wake up tired every single day. And that's why I need to take naps so much, because I don't really rest, and it's been catching up. So I feel like I'm doing too much because I'm so tired, but at the same time, because I'm so uncomfortable here, physically uncomfortable, I feel like I'm not doing enough to actually get out of here. So it's just this vicious cycle that I feel like I've been in for the last few years. And like I said, on a certain level, I became comfortable with that because it's worked. But I know that it's not going to sustain me, though. It's not going to get me to where I need to be. So it's something that I am aware of, but now I have to figure out, okay, so how do I actually get through this though? What is the real solution here? So that's another thing that I'm gonna be working on tonight. So talk about homework. I got some homework for sure. So I'm gonna be doing that tonight. I'm about to put the pizza in the oven, heat it up and eat it. And then I'm gonna come back, and unless I get into something else like making music, but honestly, I don't feel like I'm gonna make me some music tonight. So I might just save that for another night, but I'm probably gonna finish the vlog out after I finish eating. So I'm gonna eat and then just relax some, just meditate, and then come back and finish the vlog out. Can never beat leftovers. Okay. It's about to be the end of the vlog, about to close it out. So yeah, just upon doing some more meditating on what I'm feeling, a large part of it just feels like what I need to do is just take that leap of faith. And I already know that's what I need to do, but now it's, it's coming down to it where I actually need to do it. So I'm gonna do it. And that's all it comes down to, is just doing it. So I've assessed how I feel, I've analyzed it, I felt it, I sat with it, and I know that, those feelings are there for valid reasons. But at the same time, if I'm going to be fulfilling my soul's purpose, I can't linger on those. I can't let those feelings slow me down in any type of way. And I'm not about to, just, barge through them, just, plow through them or nothing like that and just keep pushing along. I've done that plenty in the past where I just push it along. Shout out to Tribe Called Quest, push it along. Push it along, yeah, push it along. But nah, that's how I've hurt myself a lot in the past. And that's like, I use the example of like, you're playing like basketball or any sport through an injury. Like say you twist your ankle, say like you get hit on the arm, you get, pull a muscle, whatever it is. Yeah, in the moment, because the adrenaline is going and everything, is when it gets hurt, the adrenaline's going, your body's still warm and everything, you're still in the heat of the battle, heat of the moment. You don't really feel it as much as you would if you were to stop, slow down, and actually really sit with it. So I've done that a lot in my past, and just like how I did physically in basketball games, played through injuries, and then what do you know, I made it worse because I played through it when I wasn't supposed to. Just because I can doesn't mean that I actually should. And that's what I was doing emotionally as well. So all right, I just had to pause for a second to make sure the camera's still in focus, because I had that little fiasco last night where I was recording and it just, for whatever reason, just went way out of focus. And yeah, we good right now. So I did that too much in the past where I just pushed myself through feeling terrible, whether it's physical fatigue, whether it's, like brain fog, mental fatigue, whether it's, heavy emotions coming up and I know that I need to sit with them and feel into them and learn from them, but I just don't because I got so much other stuff going on. I've done that way too much in the past, and that led me to basically crash and burn multiple times. And it's not fun. It's not fun. I'm not doing that no more at all. So right now, I'm really feeling into my emotions, sitting with them, learning them and understanding them and giving them love, giving those aspects of myself that need the love that they deserve. So that's what I'm doing. And where I'm at right now with it is I do feel good, but at the same time, I know that, like the physical solutions, they're still kind of yet to be seen. I have a few ideas where, like, say if I do sell my car, then I can ask my uncle on my mom's side to see if I can use his, basically at this point, it's almost like his spare car to basically get myself around and stuff. It wouldn't be my car, but I'd be using it basically as a loaner for now until I'm actually outside of the country. But then there's the hassle of whenever I do come back to visit, what do I do then? Like, do I just rely on Ubers and Lyfts and stuff, which can be, pretty expensive here in California? Or do I try to get another car? Do I take some of the money that I get from selling my car and buy just like a real beater car that for like $1,500 or something like that, so that I know that I'll have something when I get back here? So I don't know yet. And kind of like I was saying in a previous vlog, this this is the hassle of being in California, but especially Southern California, where I'm not near, a big city like LA or San Francisco, even San Diego. But like, even then, all the cities in California, besides I think San Francisco, they were all designed for the car. So if you don't have a car, you're basically stranded, unless you want to pay a grip of money in Uber and Lyft and stuff. So that's, again, something I got to figure out. But at the same time, that's when that faith comes in. So I know that I need to have faith, but walking with faith and also using discernment with the choices that I make. This is the path of a wise one. Walking with faith, but using discernment. So letting your heart lead you, but discerning with your mind. So this is what I'm in the process of doing right now. And this is why it's felt pretty overwhelming. But at the same time, I know that I just need to, again, take that leap of faith. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. How? I'm still figuring that out. So we'll see. Because again, like, I have other ideas of, like, one that came to me during meditation today was so let me backtrack a little bit. So another concern is, paying rent here, which I'll fully disclose. My rent here is $500 a month because, you see the state of the room. It's pretty bad. So I'm paying $500. It's also technically a family discount. That's here nor there. But I'm paying $500 here to stay in this room. And when I travel abroad, when I move abroad, I'm asking myself, why would I pay $500 here when that could be $500 or potentially a little bit less that goes to my rent at whatever apartment or condo or townhome, whatever I stay in Thailand, and, travel and everything. So why would I want to pay? But at the same time, if I, whenever I come back to visit here, I wouldn't have a place to stay unless I do come back here. But even then, it's like, there's a lot of, not moving parts, but there's a lot of, things that are kind of hanging in the balance right now. So I would ideally like to keep this room so that whenever I do come back, I know I'll have a place to stay. So basically the idea that came to me during my meditation was, like I showed you the other room earlier that, somebody moved out of. They used to rent it, but now nobody's staying there. There's also 2 other rooms here. So the other room that I was in, that was like a kind of like a living room, but my uncle converted that into an actual bedroom. So that's like kind of like a double bedroom. So it's a bigger bedroom. And there's 2 other regular sized bedrooms here. So technically this room or this house is 5 bedrooms. It kind of doesn't look like it from the outside, but it's 5 bedrooms. So because there is another room downstairs that it used to be something else, but he also converted that into a bedroom as well. So, and that's the room that my uncle stays in. So, and this, by the way, this is my uncle on my dad's side. So what I'm thinking, what the idea that came to me during meditation earlier was, what if I were to, basically run ads for my uncle to get people in those bedrooms so that while I'm gone, he's still getting money, but they would cover my cost here because, I did the work to actually get them in the door. And then, he'd be the one here to, vet them and everything. But I'd be the one bringing the people by running ads, say like on Facebook and stuff like that. Just doing my part to get people in the door so that he's still getting money. And also they'd be paying more, at least a few $100s more than what I'm paying for this room. And I'd also be able to keep this room basically for free, so that it's to me, it works out as like an equal exchange. So I bring people in so that they can rent out the rooms. He gets paid. I get to not stay here, but I get to keep my room here for free because I brought the other people in who are paying. So he gets more money. I get to not pay here and use that money to go elsewhere. So it's like a win-win for everybody. That's how I view it. So that's an idea that I'm going to continue meditating on. And if it feels like a yes, then I'm going to run that by him. And, that's another thing that I feel anxious about, is telling more people that I'm going to be leaving the country, particularly the ones who are my clients, because they're looking at it as like I'm here to stay for good, because they want me to train their children basketball, helping them with their careers, getting them in high school programs, and just wherever else basketball leads them. They're looking at me to be their trainer for that. But my soul's purpose isn't to stay here and do that. That was a part of my purpose for a little while. Now that chapter is coming to a close, and when I do come back and visit, I will be able to have sessions with them and stuff, but it won't be consistent like how it has been for the past year. So that's something that has been kind of, causing a little bit of anxiety within me, is, dang, like, how do I tell my clients? And because, like, I have a huge heart. I love helping the younger generations progress and get better, because it's not just about basketball. It's about helping them develop into better young men and women. So I've been doing that for the past year with this specific group that I've been working with. And like, I personally want to see them continue growing and succeeding, and see, when they get to high school, like how they're going to do in their high school programs. Are they going to play JV, varsity? How are they going to do? Like, that's stuff that I want to see and I want to be a part of physically. But at the same time, I have to answer my soul's calling. I have to answer the calling of my purpose. So I got to tell them. And part of the thing too is that since nothing is set in stone yet, like, I don't have my plane ticket. I don't have, like a date to be leaving by. So it's like, I know I'm going to be leaving soon, but how soon, I don't know. I really don't know. So it's like, if I tell them now, what do I tell them? And I've been putting that off for a while, but it feels like it's nearing time to tell them. So again, there's like a lot of stuff going on that's like, I trust that it's all falling into place, but it's like, looking at it all from like a human perspective, it's like, dang, like, I'm looking up and it's like, it's all falling down, but I can't tell where I'm supposed to be at in the puzzle that's forming around me. So it's a lot. So I'm gonna keep meditating on it and just trusting day by day that whatever is meant to happen is happening. It's not going to happen, it's already happening. I trust that. So I'm gonna stay in that state of trust, staying that state of being, and yeah, we're gonna keep it flowing from there. So that's where I'm at currently. I'm still, there's things that I'm still learning to release, those deep-rooted, feelings of like, not me being abandoned, but me abandoning my family, like that, like I mentioned earlier. Like, I'm dealing with all that, but I'm just gonna deal with that off camera, because if I do a ceremony and feel called to show it, then I will. But like that last time I showed you the burning ceremony. But at least for right now, I'm gonna handle that off camera. I'm gonna get to bed pretty soon, finish some editing so that there's more vlogs going up. I think I have vlogs right now. Vlogs going up like the next 4 days consecutively at the time of this recording. So I'm trying to get it to where, no, I'm not trying. I'm getting it to where vlogs will be going up consistently the day after I actually film them. So I want to film and then edit that same night and upload the very next day so that it can be uploaded and watchable the next day. That's how I want to do it, so that That way I'll be able to record, edit, upload, and then delete all the footage so that this phone stays clear, so that I'll always have space to record no matter what. So no, if like I film, like because eventually I'm only filming right now in 1080p. Eventually, when I have my Mac, no, let me not say eventually. I'll just say when I do have my MacBook Pro, I'll be recording in 4K. And the reason why I'm not recording in 4K right now is because the file sizes are much bigger. And so that'll take much longer to actually upload from my phone because I'm doing everything from my phone right now. I showed you in the earlier vlogs that my computer is super slow, so I'm getting a MacBook Pro. But until I get that, I'm not limited to 1080p, but 1080p is like the preferred resolution to record in because it allows me to upload it at a reasonable speed. So I'm gonna keep doing that for now, but when I get that MacBook Pro, everything's going to 4K, maybe 4K 60 FPS as well. I'm gonna experiment and see how that looks too. But for now, this is where I'm at. So we're taking steps, we're getting better, we're improving, we're mastering this process, and that's what it's all about, self-mastery. Because if you're not gonna be the best version of yourself, how can you ever really fulfill your soul's purpose in the best way? So that's what I'm all about, my soul's purpose, fulfilling my soul's purpose in the best way. So that's me. That's the path of a wise one. And I am Rahzier, signing out, sending you out with much love, wholeness, gratitude, honor, and respect. And yeah, stay here, stay tuned, because I always got a whole lot more coming soon. And would you look at that? Surprise guest to end the vlog. I think it's a grasshopper. I'm not exactly sure. Looks like one, but I don't know. If someone is able to tell me what that is, let me know.